Hi, I'm Daphne Richards. Our question this week comes from two viewers that are noticing similar issues on two different plants, both grown in containers. Eloise Hunt's Dracaena has developed yellow leaf margins that eventually turn brown, and the edges of Anita Shaker's avocado leaves are turning brown. Although the symptoms look slightly different, both plants are suffering from the same problem, a buildup of salt in the leaves, which leads to marginal tip burn. To understand this, think about the way your tongue feels when you've eaten lots of popcorn with too much salt. It feels kind of raw and burns a little. Well, leaves are just as sensitive to salt. So when they take up water that contains too much salt, then the water evaporates from their leaves and the salt is left behind, the tissues get burned, turn yellow or brown, then die. Some plants are more sensitive to salt than others, and container-grown plants will struggle more than those in the ground since they're growing in a finite amount of potting soil, where salt builds up more easily. Although you likely won't be able to get this issue totally under control, there are a few things you can do to keep it at bay. First, soak the container in a basin of water for a few hours so that the potting soil can fully and uniformly rehydrate. Upon subsequent waterings, you should flush the container very well, making sure that lots of water passes all the way through and out the bottom. You could also switch to using bottled water or rainwater for these plants. With the avocado, the plant looks overall very healthy to me. Try to get the watering more uniform and work on protecting the plant from heat. The tender new leaves are especially vulnerable to heat, wind, and salinity. And take heart. According to our AgriLife Extension fruit specialist, the most common problem with avocados in Texas is tip burn and marginal necrosis, caused by water stress and salinity. So this issue is not unique to you. Our plant this week is Forsythia sage, Salvia madrensis, another in a long line of salvias that are great in Central Texas gardens. This sprawling perennial is listed as hardy to zone 7, so it will easily make it through even the harshest Central Texas winter with barely batting an eye. It does great in full sun, but can also take partial shade where it might get a little lankier and bloom a little less. Those blooms don't generally develop until mid-fall, when other blooms in your garden may have long since faded. Forsythia sage isn't too particular about soil, equally happy in situations from slightly acidic to slightly basic, but good drainage would be a benefit. Bees, butterflies, and birds love the flowers, and with its late season bloom time, it's a great source of food for them when others are no longer available. Water regularly, but don't overwater. Getting 5 to 8 feet wide with a lovely blue-green tinge to the leaves and flower stalks that can shoot an extra 3 feet above the 5-foot-tall mature plant, Forsythia sage needs plenty of room to grow and expand. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit us at KRLU.org/CTG to send us your questions, pictures, and videos.